But again, I'm going to be going over how to be using the trading plans to grow your Forex account, which is your MetaTrader 4 account, and your HFX account. So if you use IQcent, VA race options, pocket options, all of those accounts for trading for HFX, I'm going to be going over how you're going to be seeing that growth, how you're going to be seeing those accounts go from, you know, that $100 deposit or that $50 deposit to, you know, $1 million account. So let's hop in. I hope y'all have y'all notes ready because I'm going to start and we just going to hop right in. So let me go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to start with the Forex one, you guys, because this one's a little bit more detailed. So I definitely want to make sure everyone is taking notes. Again, if you are not taking notes, you're playing yourself. Y'all have heard the saying, I'm sure, money makers are note takers. But note takers are not always, note takers are always money makers. That's what it is. So no matter if you're always taking notes, you're always going to be making some money. You're always plugged in. You're always learning. So do me a favor. I got my chat open. Just drop a couple sevens in the screen or in the chat. I'm sorry for me if you can see this screen. Should have an orange little bar at the top with some blue stuff and then a bunch of numbers. All right, perfect. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is our DTR E3 trading plan, you guys. This is really, really simple, really easy to use. I do want to break it down for you guys. If you're not using it, if you haven't seen it before, don't worry, I'll be sure to drop it into the chat for you guys after this, but I definitely want to walk you through because this is going to show you how you can take your account from any number. I don't care if you got a $2 account starting right now. It's going to show you how to take that $2 account and literally grow it step by step. And at the same time, also be withdrawing money so that you have money you can actually be seeing from you know, from the trades. It's not real money until you withdraw it. So always make sure you're withdrawing. Pay yourself every Friday, guys. Welcome to the life of an entrepreneur. You know, you definitely want to make sure you're paying yourself out. So right here at the top, I'm going to just hop right in and show you guys this. So overall, it's about a 60 trade growth plan. Okay, so as you see here, this first column has the numbers 1 through 60. This is the idea, right? So in the next 60 trades, if you want to do it by week, you can as well, but I usually like to do it by trade. But the next 60 trades, right, I'm going to see major growth in my account. If you guys have been trading for a while, you know 60 trades comes pretty easy. That's not a long time. You could have this done. You could have this done like in a month, right? It's not hard at all. So we got our 60 trades. Okay, so first right here, we have our deposit column. I'm going to give this example, and I'm going to actually use this example starting with something super small. I'm going to start this with a $20 account, you guys. I know most of us coming in are already probably starting, hopefully, with a little bit more than $20. But if for some reason, you know, you had a bad day, you over leveraged, and now your account's at $20, don't worry. You can still grow your account from here. Just please make sure, you know, you take your time and you take all the trades, like we said. Cool. So our growth percent is about 10%. I don't know why that was there. About 10%. Ideally, we're really looking to kind of grow 10% a week. If you can grow 10% a day, awesome. It's definitely doable, but ideally, you want to be seeing that growth at least 10% a week, especially for my new people. Don't start seeing this and be like, yeah, bet I'm going to start growing my account 10% a day, but I don't really know what I'm doing. And I have no idea how to use this trading plan, or I'm not disciplined enough to use this trading plan, then I'm going to just put you on a week already. Just stick with the week. But for those of you guys who may have a little bit more experience or really ready to be disciplined and plugged in, 10% growth a day is our goal. So, cool. So let's say we take a trade, guys, right? If you guys know anything about our trades, when we call our trades, we give you a stop loss area, we give you a take profit area. If you know how to count lot size or use lot sizes and pip count, you kind of already may have an idea of how much you're looking to win or how much you're going to win if a trade hits take profit 1, right? So let's say we have a $20 account. We take a 0.01 lot. Obviously, if it's a 20 pip TP, we're probably looking at about a $2 trade, right? Depending on when we got in the trade, might be a little bit more, a little bit less. If it's a 50 pip, I get, again, at the lowest, probably about a $5 trade, again, depending on where we get in, where we get out. For those of you who are just confused, don't worry. I'm going to explain that again. I'm going to break it down and show you what it looks like. For those of you who are following along, great. So our goal for our first trade on that $20 account is a $2 profit goal. Awesome. Pretty easy. Like I said, if TP1 is about 20 pips away, that's honestly probably what we're going to make. Now, what we want to do is be disciplined about actually entering the amount we make. So let's say we got a 30 pip TP. So we end up making $3 on that trade, right? Yeah, my numbers just trade. Beautiful. What happens here is this column F, is going to tell you of that $3, how much you're now going to withdraw, right? This means you're going to take out some of the money you just made. I know you're probably like 90 cents. That ain't nothing, but I promise you it's going to add up. You're not taking it completely out. What you're going to do, for those of you guys who have KOT Forex as your broker, you know you can do the transfer into internal wallet. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to go into KOT. You're going to transfer that money from your MetaTrader 4 account into your KOT wallet. And then it's just going to hang out there. Don't do anything else with it unless you really need that 90 cents. You know, definitely take it. If you really need that 90 cents, please just call me. I'm just giving you 90 cents because I want you to grow your account. Hopefully it's not that stressful for you. But if you do, please let me know. Please let me know for real. But most of us probably, you know, are okay to let that 90 cents sit there and accrue. It's just going to stay in our account. There's nothing else we're going to do with it. We're not going to make a full withdrawal yet. We're just going to let it sit there and continue to add into that internal wallet as we trade, right? So cool. Our first trade, we went a little bit over our trading goal, which was $2. We made $3. We took out 90 cents. Our balance now in our account should be $22.10, right? Awesome. We will continue to follow this down. Our next trade, we're starting at $22.10. Again, this is our profit goal, $2.21. If we're taking the same trade, another trade at TP1, let's say again, it's about 30 pips, right? Cool. Another $30 trade. Again, $3. Now we're at a $24.20 account. Moving forward again, $24.20. Trade goal is at least $2.42. Let's say, you know, this time we actually only made $2. It was an even 20 pips. That's still good, right? We made a little bit over last time, so we're still in a good range. Perfect, easy. We're hopping back in. We took out our little 60 cents. And then we're going to keep going. And pretty much as this goes, you're going to keep following this. You have to be really disciplined with column E, you guys. I know you're probably like, this means I got to put in, you know, how much I made each trade. Yes, you do. I promise you guys, I literally started using this again last week, and I had a $50 account that I started just to see like what I can do. I'm so excited to show you this. Hold on, let me go look at it. It's at $213 right now. I'm in all negatives on Bitcoin and Ripple. That's okay. But still, $213. I started using this last week after Chris Lee did a call for some of the leaders, y'all. I never like to teach anything without actually using it myself, without actually applying it. We're at $213. So, and I'm more than happy to kind of show that at the top, the balance. Y'all see that right there. Cool. And this is a baby account that I just started to show y'all. So $50 to $213 in less than a week. Definitely doable. Tiara says, Tiara, you're right. I'm just saying, this is the power of the trading plan, right? If y'all can be disciplined enough to do it, enough to use it, you're going to be great. So definitely make sure, I didn't take anything bigger than a 0.02, y'all. So like, it's not like I'm popping crazy lot sizes. I'm not out here, you know, trying to over leverage the account. I think the biggest lot size I've been taking so far is a 0.02. So just to give you an idea, I'm not going crazy, but you're going to continue to follow this, right? So every time you make something, you're going to add that here to your actual amount made, withdraw whatever it's telling you to withdraw, look at your balance, and keep moving down the chart, right? Now, as we know, trading is not perfect. It does not mean we will win every trade. So I know some of you are probably already wondering, like, what do I do, Kyra, if I lose a trade, right? What happens when the trade is lost? So I'm going to tell you, for those of you guys that are new, please get into the habit of practicing your pips. Practice counting pips, understanding how pips work, understanding, you know, if you've got a 0.02 lot and you're going for 20 pips, that's about a $4 trade, right? Like having that understanding. If you're not sure, ask the chat. There is our DTR Ether chat is over 150 people. Like, use us. We can definitely do more calls on it if y'all are still struggling, but in general, I'm gonna say start learning, start understanding pips, start understanding, you know, lot sizes and what that means in terms of your money. If you're like, I'm going to pop a 0.10, but you don't understand that's $1, literally per trade, please don't do that. Per pip, please don't do that. So if I just blew your mind and you're like, oh, I just thought it meant I could get more money. Yes, but it also means you can lose more money. So please make sure you're paying attention to that. So here's what we're going to do. This column right here, I, J, and K, all three of these, wonderful. They give you your recommended lot size. And these lot sizes have your stop loss area. So as you see TP, ideally using a 0.01 for anything 15 pips and above, at 25 pips, 0.01. Right here where it says 50 pips, right? So if we give a TP that is 50 pips away and you have a $20 account, you're not taking that trade. This is why it says 0. 0 means do not take that trade. I know some of you are probably like, what? I can't take a trade. I have to miss out. Yes, I'm sorry. You're going to just miss this trade. That's okay. You'll still be fine. There are going to be more trades that are going to drop. Don't take it, guys. Do not take it. And this is to say, because your $20 account cannot handle, it can handle a 50 pip TP as long as it doesn't pull back. With a 50 pip TP, you're probably looking at about a 25 to 30 pip stop loss, guys, which means if this reverses, you're losing a little too much for that account. Your account's going to be a little strained. I know you're probably like, those are only like $2, $3. Imagine if you have 2 of those in a row, right? We know sometimes the market can just be like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to buy. I know I had a perfect setup, but I just changed my mind. And now everybody's sitting there looking at the trade like, okay, so, you know, that moment where you just like kind of having a little heart palpitation. I don't need nobody going to the doctor because of it, okay? When you see that, do not take that trade. Leave that trade alone. If we give you a trade and it's been in 20 to 25 pips stop loss and 20 to 25 pip TP, you're good. You're still in the blue. Go ahead, take that trade. Only take it at a 0.01 lot. Please don't be like, I'm gonna do a 0.05. That account's gonna blow. I promise you. If that pullback is a little too much, you might not even hit stop loss. But if it pulls back about 10 pips, you kind of already you lost half your account, and your margin level is probably real low, which means you probably ain't got a lot left in you. So definitely don't do that. As you're increasing your trades, as you're taking these trades, follow this lot size, guys. I believe myself, Justice, Davis, and anybody that calls signals in the CC chat, we give you an idea of where these take profits are, right? We'll say like negative 20 pips, plus 35 pips, those kind of things. So compare those two. We get a trade that says the first TP is in 20 pips away. Cool. Looking at your lot size, looking at your account size, you know you can take it. As long as that stop loss isn't more than like 20 pips away, right? So if we're like, okay, cool, we got a 20 pip TP and a 20 pip stop loss, awesome, great. Go ahead, hop in. Only be taking one trade though. So some of you guys are also probably like, oh, what if, TP1 is 20 pips and TP2 is 30 pips and so on and so forth. I'm gonna tell you right now, stick to TP1, everybody. Easiest way to grow your account, TP1. Be on a TP1 diet. Like literally be on a TP1 diet until you finish this first 60 trades, right? So from this $20 account, when you've gotten to $1,000 and you've now withdrawn $476, then go for TP2. I know you're probably like, what? That's 60 trades with me just in take profit 1? Yes, because 9 times out of 10 you're going to be able to take more trades, right? Y'all probably taking some trades. And do me a favor, drop some 7s in the chat if you've taken a trade on a small account for multiple TPs and they all just sat in the red and you couldn't take anything else. I'm literally watching this chat. Some of y'all know y'all have done this. You've taken multiple TPs on your small account or with big lot sizes and they all are in the red and you can't take any other trade. Listen, Kelsey came in with the me in all capital letters. Thank you. Yes, I've done it myself. I'm going to tell y'all, I've done it myself. Y'all know that time I dropped usage frank? I was like, it's HFX week because I could not take anything else, right? Could not take anything else. So definitely make sure you are taking just TP1. Just go for TP1. It's okay. Because if 3 trades drop, awesome. Now you've probably got 3 trades open, at TP1. One might be a little red, but you're probably still okay. You got 2 other trades. Kelsey said she can admit her faults and wrongs because she has people to help her fix it. Yes, listen, and that's what you got to do. I'll admit my faults, guys. I was super excited. I was like, You Swiss franc about to skyrocket. That thing been playing with my emotions for the last week and a half. So I took $50 and was like, I gotta start another account because that one is all tied up right now. And it's still just teetering in and out of profit. So I just gotta wait that one out. But definitely, had I just gave myself a little bit more wiggle room, I could have took way more trades last week in my MetaTrader 4 than I was able to. But I was feeling myself, you know, a little bit. So I was like, called this trade, it's gonna be great. It was not. Price, like I said, price will just be like, nah, I'm not feeling it anymore. And I was like, okay, cool. We all sat in that trade for a while. So definitely make sure you're doing this TP1 diet, y'all. For real. Please make sure you're doing that. Please make sure you're paying attention to the stop loss area. Use that. Like I said, if that stop loss says it's 30 pips away on this $20 account, you just not taking that, right? You're just not taking those trades. If it's 20 pips away, you're in the clear, get in. If you're like, okay, cool, the trade was called and I can't get in, wait and see if there's a pullback, right? That's probably going to be like key for some of you guys that are starting with smaller accounts, is understanding pullbacks. Just meaning like we might say get in for a sell and price is still going up, right? Hasn't hit stop loss, but it's gone up a little bit more. So it hasn't dropped yet. When that happens, you might be find a better entry, which will get you closer to that 20 pip stop loss or that 10 pip stop loss. So you're not over leveraging your account. Then you can hop in there. You got a better entry. When it falls, you probably made more money. So if it was a 25 pip, TP and you got in, and let's say it had a 30 pip stop loss, you got in 10 pips when it was 10 pips negative, so you only got in on 20 with a 20 pip stop loss, you got a 35 pip TP. So instead of where everybody made $2.50, you made $3.50. You beat everybody by $1. Beautiful. Now you get to add that in here. You get to withdraw a little bit more money. So definitely make sure you're doing that. If you don't understand pullbacks and I just confused some of you guys because you're new, please let me know. That's okay. I'm more than happy to sit down and show y'all what that looks like in the market. I don't want to dive too much because I know we got some advanced traders on this call that are really just here, to understand how to better their trading plans. So I do want to keep moving forward. But if you are new and you were confused by what I just said about stop losses, pullbacks, I know we got a lot of new people that just joined the org. Please let me know, or please talk with the person that signed you up directly so that they can show you what that looks like so that you have a better understanding. Okay, cool. Awesome. So this is just kind of show you guys. You can also kind of give this personal goal ideas. You can change this, but what I love is that it kind of gives you the job week equivalent, right? So some people are like, oh, well, if I only had $100 a day, that's nothing, right? Like, yes, it is, right? And that's $12.50 an hour. At a 40-hour week job. If you got $100 trade, in a matter of a few hours, you're looking real good, right? You made some great money. Same with the 500. I know some of us are like, oh, and not that I'm very much like $500 is a lot of money. But I know some of y'all in here got some bigger trading accounts than me, so you like $500, whatever, that's cool. I'm getting there, y'all. I'm getting there. But when that happens, definitely still good. Weekly goals. Yearly, and again, still breaks down. So when you get to $2,000 a day, y'all, that's literally crazy. Most of this is always more than what people make in an hour. They're 9 to 5, and that's just kind of crazy. If you make anywhere from anywhere from $250 to $500 a day trading, you're honestly doing better than most people in the world, honestly, in the world. To make anywhere from 60 to 120 a day, 120 a day, 120 a year, you're doing better than most people in the world. So definitely keep that in mind, especially when you have a loss and you probably start to overthink it. Don't kick yourself in the butt. You're doing great. You're doing well. I'd also give some tips. So I do love to just point this out. The 4-hour candle time frame. So a lot of people don't know when the 4-hour candles start. 5 a.m., 9 a.m., 1 p.m., 5 p.m., 9 p.m., 1 a.m. This is all Eastern Standard Time. Obviously, if you don't know how to check the news, please go to forexfactory.com. If you see red folders, be careful during that time frame of trading. Always trade with the trend. Never risk more than 10% of your account per trade, and only take trades at supporting resistance levels on high time frames. In general, this is when we usually call trades. So this is just kind of a standard for most of us that are calling trades. We're calling them when they meet a support and resistance area. If you guys see Matty Bowman, Chairman Signals, when he drops his analysis, he's always talking about it's like at a resistance on the 4 hour, and we got a candle pattern that's showing that there's going to be a reversal or something like that. So he does really well with letting you guys know that when he drops those trades. This is not my IG. I didn't realize this was here. But if y'all do want to follow me, I'll throw mine in there real fast. Cool. Lifetime blog. But this is the DTR E3 Forex trading plan. So definitely make sure you guys use this for your MetaTrader 4 app. I know there are some people who are still confused about MetaTrader 4 versus like the HFX brokers. Your MetaTrader 4 is your Forex account. Traditional Forex is value-based trade. So please make sure you're using this one specifically that has the fun orange bar at the top, that has the blue over here. This is the one that's going to help you manage your Forex trade. Okay, cool. Now I want to switch over to HFX. Is there anybody that has a question about this one before I do that though? Please go ahead and type them in the chat. I do have my chat open. If that made sense, if that was pretty clear, do me a favor and drop some 777s in the chat just so I know I'm okay to move on. I don't like to leave people with too many questions. Want to make sure they're all clear and covered before we finish out the night. All right. Kiara's got it. Anybody else? Okay, there's more 777s. I just want to make sure y'all good. Some of y'all not dropping 7s, so I just want to make sure. Don't let me lead this and you got a ton of questions, but you ain't say nothing. Only 2 people with 777, so I guess only Kelsey, don't worry, we're gonna drop the trading plan. Don't worry, we're gonna make sure you get it. Cheetah, is there a limit to the number of trades to take? So yes, what you want to pay attention to when you're taking trades, guys, is your margin level when your trade is open. Okay, so if you're in your MetaTrader 4, I'm going to show you this. When you're in your MetaTrader 4, though, right here at the bottom, the last thing says margin level. I don't know if you can see that. Don't let that fall below 400. That's my goal. Some people say 3, 4. I already think it's cutting it close. That moves up as you move into profit. So, you know, definitely keep an eye on that. If you've got 2 trades open, and especially your account is small, it's like a $20 account, that's probably all you're going to be able to take at that time until one of those trades moves into profit and that margin level goes up. Your margin level is a big concern if you're negative. So if the trades are falling and your margin level is going down, please be aware of that. If you're in profit and your margin level is going up, it's over 400. Take another trade. It's okay. You know, still just take it at a 0.01. And then as always, make sure you secure profit on your trades. So beautiful. I see no more questions in the chat, so I'm going to move on to the HFX compound sheet. So I actually want to go over 2 sheets really fast for you guys. One is a compound sheet and one is a discipline trading. And I like to show both because I know everybody kind of has a different style for how they trade. So I definitely want to make sure you guys can see my screen here. Beautiful. Okay, cool. So this is the new one. So all of these I actually pulled just from hfxquickstart.com. So again, if you guys have never been there, let me show you this too. But HFX, remember quickstart.com. Wonderful. When you get here, you're just gonna scroll all the way down till it says download your free trading plans. I click the link. It's gonna take you to a box account. You can download it to your laptop, you can download them to your phone. The 2 I like to use, well, these 2 are the same, but this is the discipline trading one, and this is the compound sheet. You can download both. You can use either or. I'm going to show you how they both work, and you guys can pretty much decide, you know, what's best for you for your trading. So here's the discipline sheet. Now, this one takes a little bit more work, but it works well, you guys. I've also used this one as well. Because like I said, I don't want to teach anything that I've not used personally. So this one is really, really great. This one, however, does require you to be disciplined. It requires you to be paying attention to your risk, to your trades, to be entering it in. So if you know you're someone who's maybe not that disciplined yet, the other one that I'm going to show you might be a little better for you. But this one is definitely great for those of you guys who've maybe been doing this for a while and really want to see, you know, more results that are personable to the way you're trying to grow your account. Okay. So pretty easy. You're going to put in your starting amount. I'm going to say we're starting with a $250 HFX account. Beautiful. Our risk per trade, I'm going to tell you right now, should honestly be about 2%. Some people like to do 1 to 3%. That's fine. I usually stick with a flat 2%, which means I'm only going in with a $5 trade. So I know some of you are probably like, what? How am I supposed to make money on a $5 trade? It's going to be great. I promise. Don't knock it. Our session goal is 8%. So we want to grow this account by 8%, which means our session profits need to equal about $20. Now, if you take 4 trades, let's say, and you come out like $19.72, please be done. Please be done. Please be done. Please walk away. There are some folks in here that I know that are going to be like, I didn't get my $20 exactly. So I'm going to take another trade, and I promise you 9 times out of 10, that 5th trade is where you're going to lose. And I don't want to see that happen to you, because now instead of closing out with $9 or $19.72, you probably went down to like, $11.72. Just take, please just take the 19, walk away, live your best life. Okay. So ideally, we got our $20. You can round up. You can write specifically that you got $19.72. That's okay. It's going to give you your end of session balance, right? So cool. Let me just change this because I want to show y'all this. So somebody's going to be like, oh, the $19.72. And some of y'all probably laughing. I see the cameras on, but some of y'all know that's you, right? So your ending balance is $269.72. Again, taking this balance, putting it right here. This is all manual. Again, risking only 2% of that. I'm going to tell you, again, you're taking about a $5.40 trade. Again, we want to grow this account by 8% for this next session. This is per session too, by the way, guys. This is not each individual trade. So I'm probably going to take about 2-3 trades at a $5 account. Again, next session, take about 2-3 trades at $5.40. My growth goal is 8%. Now I've got like $21 that I'm looking to make. Let's say I make it, my account's at like $291, right? And you will continue to like fill this in as you go. So again, where you've got to be diligent in entering your session profit, please do so, but it's gonna, help you track everything perfectly. Now, here's what I love about column G, right? Column G already tells you if your balance drops below this number, stop trading, walk away. Don't trade anymore this session. So let's say I have a horrible trading day, right? I start with my $250 balance and I go in and I'm like, bet, I'm ready. And I really just happen to lose like 4 trades, right? I'm just like, oh, I can't catch one, right? Like, it's just a horrible session. The market was just like, nah, sis, I'm not feeling it today. Y'all know the brokers be playing when Millie Mills was on. So everything that can go wrong is going wrong, right? So now my balance has dropped from 250 to, let's say, 237.50, right? So I'm like, all right, bet, I got to throw up my hands. I'm turning off Millie. I don't care that she's got 45 minutes left in the session. I'm done. I'm walking away. For a lot of you guys, I know that's going to be hard. You're probably like, but if I just get one more trade, right? No more trades. Done. Leave it alone. Come back later. Take some time. Maybe trade at Millie at noon. Get back on for Maddie at 11 and start over with the new session. When you get on for Maddie at 11, excuse me, you're going to change your starting amount. You're going to start all over again. So now your starting amount is $237.50. Again, risking 2%, looking to grow by 8%, looking to make $20 a session. You're taking about a $4 trade. You need to increase this session to about a 257 balance, right? And again, it gives you that area. If your balance falls below, if you just happen to have another sucky session for that day, maybe the markets is really just killing everybody. I promise you, if something like that happens, it's not you. The markets might just be really crazy. There's no way possible you should be losing that many trades unless you're just not paying attention to any session and you just kind of doing your own thing without a strategy. And if you're doing that, you're gambling, and that's on you. But if you're using a strategy, if you're on a live session, this means there's definitely got to be a win, at least one in your cards, right? So again, as long as this balance does not fall below here, you're good. But as soon as you get that 8%, get out, be done, walk away. And this one is pretty standard. You'll just kind of enter this as you go. If you know 2% per trade, you can copy that, paste that all the way down, same with 8%. But you'll just, be sure to update that starting amount. and update your session profits, and it'll give you everything else. So pretty simple on this one. Any other questions, comments, concerns, please let me know. If this makes sense, do me a favor, drop some more 77s in the chat. 77 just lets me know, you know, 7 is the number of completion. So I definitely just want to know that everyone understands, everyone's good before I move on to the third and final HF or trading plan. This one will be another HFX one. Perfect. Thank you guys. Wunderbar. So let me pull up this one. Now, this one is the one I personally like to use. It kind of does all the work for me. So I'm a little lazy sometimes, but I'm disciplined in following this, but lazy about typing in all those numbers. So this one is also pretty easy. Gives you here your starting balance, your risk amount, what size trade you're going to be taking. Where this one gets a little different is you can actually put in the payout percentage that each pair, each broker is offering for those pairs. Now, I tend to keep mine at an average 70% because 9 times out of 10, we're not taking anything less. I know we haven't been taking a lot of 60% trades over these past couple weeks. With the holiday approaching, all of the brokers are doing super low payouts, but ideally, we're probably taking about anywhere from 70% and up. Now, if you're someone who likes to be more disciplined and enter it per trade, you can definitely do that. So let's say the next trade is 90, and then this one was 75, and all those numbers, it'll adjust itself accordingly. But you can do that. Based on the percentage, it'll tell you the amounts won. Using your risk amount, your payout percentage, it gives you the total amount you've won. So not your risk amount back, but just outside of that $5 that you put up for the trade, you got $3.50. That's all it's going to give you. But then it gives you a reinvest percentage area. Okay. So let me please explain this. If I was to change this number to, well, not 200%, 100%, my next trade risk is going to be the risk amount of the last trade, which was at $5, plus the amount I won, which is the $3.50, for a total of $8.50 is my next trade that I'm taking. Okay. My issue with this, and I'm going to tell you guys honestly, I don't like to do 100% reinvest percentage personally. Do what you like, find out what works for you. I'm going to tell you why I don't do it. Because in the event that I change all of this, let me do this, to 100, okay? This means if I get, let's say I get 2 trades in, right? I get to the 1650 and I take another trade now for the same 1650 and I lose it, I've lost everything I made. So I lost these 2 payouts right here. So now I'm back at my 250 account. I personally don't like that. I want to know that I've always secured some form of income. So I usually do this at about 80 or 70, 80%. This way I at least have 20% always of what I made or 30% always of what I made. It means I've never really had a losing day, right? I probably didn't make as much, but I've never lost all of what I made. So that's personally how I like to do this. You guys can do the 100% reinvest. I'm going to tell you, if you're new, don't do it. Just stick with like a 70 area. You know, you definitely want to see that growth. So I like to do about 70 percent, so that when I'm done trading for the day, even if let's say I won, you know, 3 trades and lost 1, I still had a really good payout, right? I'm like, I'm cool. Yeah, maybe I ain't hit my 8%. Maybe I got my 6.7%. But that's cool. I'm good with that. I'm gonna walk away and I'm gonna just let it be where it is, because I know when I start trading again on the next session, I've still increased my profits. I've got more wiggle room. I've got bigger trades that I can take. I'm a happy camper, literally. So that's how I would suggest using column F, but do you? Okay, cool. So again, column G is going to give you your next risk, trade risk. So again, like I said, you know, I've won $5, won $3.50, and I'm doing a 70% reinvest. I'm investing on my next trade a $5.95. So on your broker, you know, where you put in like the trade size you're taking, 5, 10, 20, whatever you're putting there, I'm putting $5.95. Again, let's say this trade gives me a 90% payout. Beautiful. I've made, you know, $5.03 for a total. What is that, like total like $10 and something? I can't say. I'm horrible with math, y'all. But again, I'm only reinvesting 70%, so my next trade is going to be a $7 trade, and so on and so forth. Pretty simple there. And then the new account balance just, again, lets you know where your starting balance is. It just gives you at the end and at the beginning. So pretty simple. When you get down here to this area where it gives you this wonderful little yellow bar that says percent withdrawal percent, profit withdrawal amount. The profit is 10% of your profit. So withdrawal of what you're going to make is about a $9 or about a $10 withdrawal, right? I know some of you are like, that's not a lot. That's okay. We always talk about this, start small, because when you get down here, you got a $200 withdrawal. Beautiful. Again, this is like what? 20 trades? How many of y'all have done 20 trades in a week? All of us, right? So, don't be knocking at $10. That 100, that 200 will come pretty quickly. But using this, when you get to this area, like I said, you're going to withdraw, then it's going to set you up again. You might have to re-enter the 70%, so on and so forth. You get into some kind of bigger trades down here, so please definitely make sure you're paying attention. You can take a smaller trade always. So if you're like, I'm not comfortable taking this $89 trade, that's okay. Go back down to the $27 trade. Stay there, continue to do so until you get to a point where you're like, I'm really comfortable taking these bigger trades. But if you are someone who's following this, as you see, we started with a $250 account. When we finish this, we're at a $34,000 account. Right there, $3,400 account. Sorry, not 34,000. Oh, my numbers are off. $3,400 account, right? Ending balance, $34,719.22. I'm counting the 22 cents in this case. Any other time, I definitely would not. But when you got that many numbers in front, I'm counting my 22 cents. Easy, simple, beautiful. My only thing with this is it does not do what the other one does, which is gives you your risk amount, right? It doesn't tell you when to stop trading. So for anyone that's going to use this, before you start a session, take your account balance, your starting balance. Let me get my calculator out so I can show y'all this, because I know somebody's going to ask me later, or someone's not going to know how to do this. All right, cool. Calculator. Wonderful. We're starting with a $250 account, okay? We don't want to risk more than 5% of this account. No more than 5%. Our goal is to make 8%, but our goal is to not lose more than 5%. So how do we figure out what our 5% is, right? We're going to do 250 times 0.05, $12.50, right? We cannot lose more than $12.50 in this trade. So again, we're taking about $5 trades. You can basically, once you lose 3 trades, walk away, right? Or if you lose 2 trades with a rollover, walk away. Okay, you're done trading. 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to be okay again. But the moment that counts, for some of you who need this to say something different, I'm going to do it this way too, because I know some of you are like, okay, well, what does that look like? When that balance says 237.50, leave it alone. Walk away. You're done trading for the session. Again, same thing on the last one. When you come back to trade later, you're going to start your balance at 237.50 and start there. Pretty simple, you guys. But definitely make sure you do that math to figure out that risk. And then you should do the same to figure out your reward area to understand what your 8% is. So I'm going to clear this off and do 250 times 0.08. Look and make $20. If you didn't catch this, this one, how we did here, gives you the 8% and the 5%. I hope y'all caught that. Same numbers. Some of y'all are like, oh. Some of y'all are like, what? It's okay. Just make sure you do the math so that you understand what your risk to reward is. If you lose $12.50, you're done trading. If you make $20, you're done trading. Either way, those are your stopping numbers. Make sure you know what those are before you start trading. Write them down if you need to. Put them on a sticky note. If you got to get them tattooed on your arm just so you can remember, I don't care. But make sure you know these numbers so that you understand your risk to reward before going in. Other than that, guys, that's all of the trading plans. The 2 HFX, again, can be found on hfxquickstart.com. Feel free to go there. click on download your free trading plans. It'll take you to that Dropbox. You can download those. For the one that I just used for Forex, I will be sure to drop that into the DTR E3 chat. But you guys, if there are no more questions, I think we are all set. Thank y'all so much for hopping on. Please use these. I would love to see the difference in everybody's account in the next week. I promise you, if you stick with this, I promise you, you're going to see it. You're going to be like, oh my God, who knew I could grow my $20 account like this? Who knew I could take my account from $50 to $700, right? It's going to be crazy. Kelsey, how many HFX trades do you take on your own? If I am doing my own session with, like, not on the live session, again, I go by my risk to reward percent. So however many trades it takes me to make $20, right? If that's my set 8% goal, however many trades it takes me to do that, as long as I haven't lost, right? So if I'm like, okay, cool, let's say I got 3 trades, I break even, so my account's not moving up or down, I might trade a little longer. If I have 2 that I've lost and that put me back to my 237.50, I'm done trading. If I have 1 that I lost, and then the next 3 I win, and maybe I didn't get $20, but I got like I said, $19.72, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna just round up. I made $20, and I'm gonna be done. So it really just kind of depends. On average, I probably take about 4 or 5 trades a session, just because if I'm starting at like a $250 account, $5, you just need 4 trades to win. Actually, you only really need 3 with that payout, and you'll probably be done. So you can use the same on like Maddie Tips and Millie Mills' session, DL Wood session. I would always say, anytime you trade, have this out. Be aware. If you make your 8%, get off their session. Or if you just want to watch for the knowledge part, fine, cool. Close your broker, close IQ, close B-Day, close rates, close pocket options, put your phone down, just watch the session, take notes, do not take any more trades. When you tend to get greedy in this market, it backfires. I promise you. I promise you. It backfires so quick. You be thinking you up, and next thing you know, the floor has got snatched beneath your feet, and you just falling, and it's a horrible feeling. Don't do it. I'm telling you this from personal experience. Anybody else that's been here for a while is going to tell you from personal experience, don't do it. Some of y'all are like, it's cool, I got it. Please don't do it. Please don't do it. Destiny over there shaking her head in the camera because she knows everyone's talking about facts. Seriously, guys, just don't do it. When you make your 20, be happy. If it's close to 20, be happy. If you lost your 5%, that's okay. You can make it back. Be done, because now you're probably emotionally trading. You're not paying attention to your indicators. Heck, you're probably not even paying attention to the session. You like, well, Millie wrong. Let me just hop in and this be the trade that skyrocket in her direction, and then you lost again. So definitely don't do it. Just be done. It's okay. You will live to trade again. That's our goal. We're not here to make quick money. I mean, we are in a sense, but our goal is longevity, right? We want to be trading for a while. We want to learn this skill so that 10, 20 years from now, we will be sitting in this chair teaching people. We ain't got to worry about looking at the bank account no more. We ain't got to worry about if they swipe the card, is it going to get declined? Like, we're going to be Gucci. At least that's my goal. I don't know about y'all. That's definitely my goal, because Christmas already been rough. And I was like, oh, Jesus. We made it through, though. I bought all my presents, so I'm a happy girl. But definitely, please make sure, you're using these trading plans to your full extent. Y'all got me cracking up this chat, period, boo. But with that being said, guys, thank y'all so much for hopping on. If you have any more questions, or questions arise later, feel free to find me in the DTR E3 chat. Again, Kyra Ambrose. You can find me on Instagram, the Life of Kai blog, or you can just search for me in the Telegram chat. I'm sure I'll pop up. You can send me a private message if it's something you want to talk about one-on-one. But other than that, I also did record this session, so I'll be sure to drop a link to that for those of you guys who might just need to rewatch it, or might want to just look at these trading plans and how to use them again. But thank you guys so much for joining me. We're here to make money. We're here to get to the next level of our lives. And that's, I'm just trying to share the knowledge, share the wealth. But I appreciate every one of you guys hopping on, taking this time out of your Monday evening. And I will see you all at the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. And in the words of Chris Lee, he crossed